What's new on Virgin Voyages this month? We got a lot of new things, especially on the food front. New menu items at Gunbae, extra virgin new menu items are out there, and we got a taste of brilliant and so many fun events with the Eat and Drink Festival with a potentially changed date for it next year. Tons of good news coming at you, and also some bad news. I think this might be one of my last videos. This channel is going to be closing down, but we'll talk about that later in this video. Let's dive into the good news first, but if you're new here, ahoy, I'm Lozada. I still love Virgin Voyages. It has been a fantastic back-to-back sailing. I have so much fun meeting so many of you. Book your sailing with us. Be a smart traveler. There is no reason why you shouldn't spend 30 seconds price comparing with us to make sure you got the best deal out there, even if you've already booked. Let's dive in with this first item, which is something that gave me the meat sweats, and that's the new menu items at Gunbae. New items at Gunbae. I was really expecting just a few things to be brand new, but a lot of the menu has changed. It took me 3 hours to work through all the new items. We have brand new small plates. We have a lot of new rice noodle stews. We even have new barbecue options with a fantastic option for vegans as well, with a beautiful vegetable plate. And we also have some new dessert items. Gunbae it was a delicious dinner, and one of the things that was a highlight for me was the new treat yourself item, which is a bossam. In other words, a pork butt with oysters and tons of caviar. This was really a treat yourself item that I loved, but there are new items on here that a lot of people are going to love. One item that I think is going to be very popular amongst sailors is going to be the bulgogi. This is a ribeye, so a fattier cut of meat, still thinly sliced, served with onions, etc., but the sweetness of the meat and the flavors are just very right and tight. It's a delicious dish. I definitely recommend it. The new Gunbae items, absolutely awesome. Let's talk about the next really exciting thing. I'm back. Eat and Drink Festival is live, and we have a taste of brilliant. This has confused a lot of sailors. Why? Because they think that it's a taste of brilliant. They think it's going to be on all the Brilliant Lady sailings. No, that's not how it works. Eat and Drink Festival is happening during the entire month of July 2025 across all sailings, across all ships, just for this month. It will happen again next year. And an important thing to know is that it's not going to be July. So every year it's been July for Eat and Drink Festival. Next year, stay tuned. The month is TBD, but Eat and Drink Festival, let's dive into what it's all about. When you arrive into your cabin in the month of July, you'll receive your passport to Brilliant. I walk you through this entire thing in a separate social media post. You can catch that in the description. Most people miss the very helpful info that's in there, so do not miss out. But this will take you through what to expect on your sailing, and also has some fun items in here like recipes and a fun get all the stamps as you drink your way across the ship with special cocktails and mocktails for a taste of brilliant. But the highlight of this sailing, I would say, is twofold. One is the completely transformed galley experience. And for a taste of brilliant, you'll see new menu items at the galley during sea days only. We saw the same thing last year, in which the galley was transformed for an Asian market at sea. But this time around, we are getting a taste of brilliant in which, in addition to a lot of the normal items that are at the galley, they're adding additional items during sea days for, again, all sailings during the month of July, in which it's a taste of brilliant. I would say one of the highlights for me were some of the bento baby items. Oh, I do love a Korean kimbap, for example, but that's just my taste palette. You can find more info in the Eat and Drink Festival video, in which I talk you through everything that's happened, link in the description below. But the other highlight that I want to talk about is some of the events, whether the Martini Masterclass, Shaken Not Stirred. These were really fun things. The speakeasy that's happening in Busan. These are just really cool things. If you're like, oh my God, I want to learn more, join me in that other video and I'll talk you through the entire experience. But new this month is Eat and Drink Festival. Let's keep it going with food because I just got back from a very late dinner at Extra Virgin. It was absolutely fantastic. Do not forget there are new menu items at Extra Virgin. This launched a few months ago, but it's something that a lot of people are both so excited about
and so mad about.
It's a very difficult thing to make us all happy at the same time, right? We're all, especially, we all come back, right? I know you're watching this because you've been on Virgin Voyages several times and you're like, okay, what's new happening now, right? That's why we're here. And we want new menu items. This is what we have been giving the feedback for. And so as Virgin Voyages switches out menu items, we're like, wait a minute, we wanted new. Don't switch out that item I really loved and like really upset. It's important to note that they're trying so hard to listen to our feedback, but your opinion, my opinion, it's all different. We all want different things. I will say this, it's very exciting to see people who've been sailing for a long time try the new menu items. They're really fun, and don't forget, the new direction of Virgin Voyages is each of the ships will have more and more of a unique dining experience. We're already seeing that with by Razzle Dazzle, Lucky Lotus by Razzle Dazzle, Rojo, Brilliant Lady by Razzle Dazzle. When Valiant Lady goes into dry dock, many of you, I've been talking to you on the ship, love meeting you guys on the ship. You're like, what's dry dock? Isn't that the salon downstairs on 6? It is, but dry dock also means the ship going into renovations, right? As they go into dry dock to get improvements and renovations, each of the lady ships will have a unique by Razzle Dazzle dining experience. If you watched my interview with Nirmal, you know he's asking you all, my audience, he's like, what do you guys want? So tell us in the comments below what kind of dining experience you would like by Razzle Dazzle, because we are constantly sending our feedback to the Virgin Voyages leadership team. That's what happens when you are a top 10 travel agent, book your sailing with us. But Extra Virgin has really awesome new menu items, and each ship has unique items that are just for that ship. 2 giveaways are live right now. If you're one of the real ones, you'll know about both, but you can find out more about it in the description below. Most people miss it. A couple other fun things that have happened: the Brilliant Lady Roadshow. In other words, the team from Virgin Voyages going city to city, kind of sharing some fun news about what's coming with Brilliant Lady. That recently wrapped up with Sir Richard Branson making an appearance at the LA one. At that time, he also announced, and he is, well, I guess last week, he was on Scarlet Lady with his son celebrating his 40th birthday. Not Richard Branson's 40th birthday, but Sir Richard Branson's son celebrating. You're smart, you're an adult, you get it. Anyway, he was on the ship. That's exciting news. The other thing we've learned about Brilliant, we have Abby as the hostess, Dixie Crystals. Oh, such a good diva. I'm really excited to see her. I will be on Brilliant Lady for its first 40 days and 40 nights. I'll be around. All of my sailings are listed in the description below, but those are some fun things that are coming at you. Another thing that's new that happened across all the lady ships this past month for the month of June, for Pride Month, we saw a couple things. We saw some really, I tried all the desserts. Ooh, did not expect it to be a muffin with kind of like a cupcake topping, but we had some fairy desserts around the ship, and we also had the Pride cocktails. So in partnership with Absolute Vodka, we saw different cocktails around the ship. If you collected all the 6 cards, they had a special event in the manner in which they had the Happenings cast, the diva, they had a photo booth and a cocktail time for anyone that had all 6 of the Pride Month cocktails around the ship. It was a really fun event and a really special one to be a part of. One other thing that's new that's frustrating a lot of sailors right now is the new app. So if you have iPhone only right now, again, right? Things with Virgin Voyages change so fast. So if this is helpful, cheers that like button, consider subscribing, and add a comment below, especially if you've experienced something new on the ship, or just tell me when you're sailing. I'd love to hear it. But the app is out. And what's most interesting about it is both the old app still exists, and as a new app in the App Store, the new app is out there. I, to be honest, have been using both at the same time, and the new app hasn't fully updated with all the most helpful things. To be honest, it's the same experience. It just looks and feels a little bit different, and you don't get that spinning wheel of death as frequently as the old app. So I see a lot of back-end things that are just working better and faster when you're on the ship. But the old app is able to know what kind of status you have, or it just knows. It's the old app works still. We just complain about it a lot. The new app is still catching up. Know that that's in the works, and both are available right now. A couple of other new things that are brand new that are just throwing off a lot of sailors. One, you can no longer bring luggage on Virgin Voyages. Just kidding, you can. But the thing about it is, for some of the sailings, for some of the ships, they are sending you your luggage tags in advance. The number of people who are messaging me saying,
Christine, I bought a printer so that I can print my luggage tag.
no, you don't have to buy a printer to print your luggage tag. You can just show up at the port. They will still have the luggage tabs like normal, but they're just trying to give sailors the option to print your luggage tags in advance, tag your own luggage, so you can expedite that process so that things can just be smoother for everyone. Totally optional, not available everywhere, but just one of the things that throws off a lot of people. 3 other things that are really exciting and specific to ships or sailings. One, the comedy festival is happening next month in August. The announcement recently came out for Sommore being the headliner for the comedy fest on Valiant Lady. I'm really excited. I will be there. If you're on that sailing, tell me in the comments below. Another thing that was recently announced is Valiant Lady's next happenings cast is coming out. So many of my favorites are returning to the ship. I think we are all excited to see so many of these faces. And the other exciting thing is, if you haven't spent time looking at the stars or being lucky enough to experience an eclipse on Virgin Voyages, it's a totally different experience to be able to do this from a ship at sea. And so the solar eclipse sailings have been adjusted so that you will experience complete totality. If you want more info about them, reach out to us. We're here for you every step of the way. Let's talk about some updates to Miami. I'm sailing out of Miami right now on Valiant Lady. We saw the Ohhh I sign just gone for a little while. That's back. And another thing is, my guess is something not positive happened, but you can no longer bring large luggages onto the escalators at Terminal V Miami. So just be aware that the lines for the elevator might be long. I'm making the adjustment and making sure I am on the final night of our sailing tomorrow at Bimini. It's late, y'all. That's not PM, it's AM. I'm going to make sure I put my tagged luggage packed and ready to go outside so that the team can put it at the terminal for me, and I can just pick it up on my way out so that I don't have to worry about not being able to take the escalators with my large luggage. And also, this one's really important, the sail away. The sail away party on sailings out of Miami is happening earlier. It's happening an hour earlier. I've got speculations about it, but I mean, this is why the What's New video is here, right? It makes my sail away tips video irrelevant because I have specific times in there that are no longer those times. Anyway, check your app. The sail away is happening earlier than it used to happen at by 1 hour. There's still free bubbles. It's still basically the way to calculate Christine, what time is the free bubbles time? Look at the sail away time, 15 minutes after it starts. At that time, for a 30-minute period of time, is when you can drink your heart out should you decide to. One thing that's really exciting that's happening on this voyage right now, part of the reason why I'm here, I actually crashed the sailing I'm on right now. I was totally supposed to get off the ship, but I was like, whoa, eat and drink festival. Whoa. The largest wedding on Virgin Voyages since they started their new tie the knot, i.e. weddings program. The weddings for Virgin Voyages launched officially on April 1st, 2025. The largest, i.e. there are 3 tiers of weddings. The largest tier 3 wedding is happening right now. I had the opportunity to see a beautiful, beautiful day with a really beautiful couple. It was absolutely fantastic. If I had just one thing to say about it, I've gone through this planning process because some of you know that I got engaged on the ship in May 2025, but I had expectations around what the experience was going to be like because I've gone through the planning process, but it is way more than what I expected. It's nice. As expected, the weddings are booking up so fast on Virgin Voyages. If it's something you're interested in, I recommend making some moves before they really standardize everything about their process. I'm currently working on setting the date for mine. I got a 3 voyage sailing. We got the Bachelor Bachelorette, the wedding voyage, and then the honeymoon buddy moon. You are invited. Tentatively early 2027. Stay tuned. More info coming at you if this channel doesn't close down. But cheers that like button if you're getting some value out of this, and book your sailing with us. We are here for you every step of the way with the best deal. We beat the deal on the ship. We beat the deal booking direct. We thank you to all the travel agents. I am a travel agent. I don't book my own sailing. It's different when you're a top 10 first mate for Virgin Voyages. JC gets a better deal than I do. Make sure you price compare with us. It only takes a minute. We've got some new things on the channel around Rockstar experience. I've been working really hard to understand what's changed with the Rockstar Perks experience and really help you to understand all the things that you can expect, because I feel like it's more than what they advertise on the website. So that Perks video is out there, as well as some info about Mega Rockstar, and just a lot more is coming on that front. All right, so that's what's new this month on Virgin Voyages. Stay tuned for next month, and if you've stayed around to the end, I just put on my pajama pants, by the way. It's 1:30 in the morning. Oh, excuse me while I just, most people think the bed is not that soft, but I actually think it's quite nice. All right, now that I've awkwardly stepped really far away from the camera, let me just explain to you why, if you've decided to stay to the end, which thank you. Sticking around to the end, especially with a video that is this length, which is actually, here's some quick math. If you're good at math, ooh, put it in the comments below if you can do the math and figure all of this out. A video takes me, for 1 minute of video that you watch, it takes me 2 to 3 hours to produce that. So think about the length of this video and try to do the math on how long it took me to make it. Your view of watching this video, whether you push the like button or not, will help me to make around 2 to 3 cents. 2 to 3 cents. Not like, you know, let me give you my 2 cents. No, you have given me 2 cents. That's how much money I have made from your view. And if you press the like button, I probably made 3 cents. So go ahead and do the math around how much work it takes for me to put into creating this channel. And I just want to thank my sponsor, which is absolutely nobody. And so that, in combination with people stealing my content for their own use, people claiming my drone shots are theirs and selling them to other people, other travel agents and first mates using my content to help build their own businesses, and some of those first mates being angry that we are top 10 and booing me loudly at my engagement on the ship, or people misinterpreting some of my videos and without asking anybody accused me of things and then publicly cussed me out in lots of public social media spaces. It just makes me wonder sometimes, like, yo, is it worth it? So I worked for the corporate world for a long time, and you can't really say things like that without a CTA, without a call to action at the end. And so if you've truly stayed to the end because you're one of the real ones, send me a message. Send me an email, because I actually read my emails, hello@christinelozada.com. And if you think I should continue the channel, because this sailing is a perfect example in which so many of you have come up to me and thanked me and told me I'm the reason you're here. And I mean, I want you to book your sailing with us. This is how I am able to continue to do the work that I do. It's through you guys booking your sailing with us. So if you're watching these videos and you're not, then it's not helpful for me. I have these moments in which I get to meet you guys, and as a creator who's sitting in her room by herself at an ungodly hour, speaking to a camera by herself, I don't know what you experience, but when I get to meet you all on the ship, and it's really special because I get to hear about the vacation that you guys are taking and how much fun you're having, it makes each of these moments feel really, really worth it. I am getting choked up because I mean, it is a privilege and a pleasure to be on this ship working for you guys. It brings me so much joy, and I try to make the video I wish I got to see. And when you guys come and you take the risk and you come take the trip and it's what you expected and you have this magical experience, because Virgin Voyages truly is an amazing vacation. I mean, I don't work for them. And to be honest, a lot of other cruise lines have tried to pay me to go on to their ships. And I'm not really that interested, because this is the experience that I love. But I am challenged every day with, just kidding, I don't drink out of the bottle.
Except when I'm champagne flexing.
I digress. Anyway, you get it. If you think I should keep making these videos, I want to hear from you. Tell me why. Send me an email, hello@christinelozada.com. That email address is in the description below. I will read them. I'm going to do my absolute best to respond. Actually, I will respond to all of them, but I want to hear from you. Tell me why. And if I'm completely honest with why I'm asking for this, it's because I'm looking for some hope. But you guys are the reason why I do this. I hope it's helpful. All right, let's end it on a good note. I'm Christine Lozada. That's what's new this month. Things change so fast on Virgin Voyages all the time. Whew, I got teary-eyed. All right, I'm gonna go return this menu because, you know, I don't want my, Addie is the best room attendant. I'm not gonna make him do it. I'm gonna go return it. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. Okay, love you, bye.